Do you have a fireplace that's looking a little bit more drab than it is fab anymore? Or is your fireplace just starting to look a little bit dirty and you've been putting off cleaning it because thinking about cleaning the masonry surface around your fireplace is just too intimidating and you're really not interested in spending hours on your hands and knees scrubbing? Well, don't worry about it. I've got a product for you that's a revolutionary product that's going to be able to turn your fireplace from drab to fab in 3 easy steps. You're going to paint it on, you're going to let it dry, and then you're simply going to peel it off. You can do all that with the ChimneyRx Paint and Peel Fireplace Cleaner. And once you give this product a try, you're going to wonder why you waited so long to bring your fireplace back to life and turn it into a beautiful focal point in your home. And don't worry about the fact that your fireplace has gotten dirty. Over time, small black carbon-based particles embed themselves in your masonry surface around your fireplace, and this takes away from its appearance. The most common masonry stains are a result of smoke, soot, creosote, as well as dirt. And like I said, cleaning the masonry surface around your fireplace is an intimidating task that can, on your hands and knees, require a good deal of elbow grease and time, but not if you give ChimneyRx Paint and Peel Fireplace Cleaner a try. With this revolutionary product, smoke, soot, creosote, and dirt removal is easier and faster than ever. It can even be used indoors or outdoors on stone, cultured stone, limestone, brick, marble, slate, and tile, concrete, or mortar. So now let's talk about how this fireplace cleaner is going to work. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Just like I said, you're going to paint it on, you're going to let it dry, and then you're going to peel it off. What are you going to need to get this project started? Of course, you're going to need a ½ gallon of the Paint and Peel Fireplace Cleaner, which is going to cover up to 80 square feet. You'll want a drop cloth, some blue painter's tape, and then we're going to throw in the paintbrush that you're going to use to apply the paint and peel. So once you've got everything gathered that you're going to need to get your fireplace area cleaned up, you're going to want to take the first step, and that's going to be to tape off and block off any areas that you don't want to cover. So what you're going to want to do for that is grab your blue painter's tape, and you're going to want to mask off areas like your fireplace door, any type of trim around your fireplace, as well as your mantle. Anywhere that you don't want to get the chimney paint and peel cleaner on, you're going to want to mask off with tape, just like if you're painting a room in your home. So I'm going to go ahead and get mine taped off, and I'll see you when I'm all done. Okay, so I just finished taping off all the surfaces of my fireplace that I did not want the Paint and Peel Fireplace Cleaner on. The next step is going to be to go ahead and give the complete dusting to the face of the fireplace. This is just going to help remove any of the excess dust so that the Paint and Peel Fireplace Cleaner can get a good grip on the porous surface of the masonry material. Alright, I've got my surfaces taped off, we've dusted everything off, so now I'm just going to get my drop cloth laid out so I don't get anything on the flooring while I'm applying the Paint and Peel Fireplace Cleaner, and then we're ready to get started. Okay, I've got my drop cloth all laid out. I've given my Paint and Peel Fireplace Cleaner a good heavy stir, so it's all ready to go. Now you'll notice I've got added a line of blue tape down the middle here. That's just for demonstration purposes. I'm going to start with 1/2 of my fireplace, let that dry, and then we're going to come back after it's completely dry so you can see the real results of this. You'll be able to see the original dirtiness of it, and then once we remove it, you'll be able to see how effective this fireplace cleaner is. So now it's time to start applying the Paint and Peel Fireplace Cleaner. We've included a bristle brush for you to go ahead and apply it with, and now really all that's left to do is apply it. I've kept a roll of paper towel handy just because in case I get it on my fingers, I don't want to be ending up touching everything, but I did forget to mention that earlier you might want to keep a roll of paper towel handy. So you can use a paintbrush to apply it, or you can use a heavy nap roller as well. I'm a little bit more comfortable using the paintbrush, so I'm just going to start applying it. And I like it this way as well because then I can keep my Paint and Peel Fireplace Cleaner handy and just start using it right out of the bucket. So get a lot on your brush because you're going to want to make sure that you have a 1/8 inch to a 3/16 inch layer on your fireplace surface that you're cleaning. And the thicker the better because that's going to allow you to be able to peel this off nicely once it's dried. So make sure throughout the whole entire process that you're keeping that 1/8 inch to 3/16 inch thickness with the product because that's only going to help make it peel off much easier for you when you're done and it's all dried up. So now really all that's left to do is paint. I'm going to go ahead and get this side of the fireplace peeled or painted. I'll show you when I've got it all done, and then we'll come back once it's all dry and start peeling it off and show you the results. Okay, so I finished adding the paint and peel to this side of the fireplace. So now all that's left to do is going to be to sit and wait for the product to dry. It can take anywhere from 6 to 12 hours depending on your warmth of your home and the conditions in your environment. It may vary. You'll know when the product's dry because it's going to have that dry touch to it when you feel it, and it's going to be really elasticy like this sample piece I've got here. So now all we're going to do is let this dry. We'll be back in 6 to 12 hours or as soon as this product is dry, and then I'll show you the dramatic results and how much of a difference it makes. We'll be able to see with the two sides of the fireplace of before and after. Okay, so we're back. We've let our paint and peel dry all night long, and you can probably notice in the video that it's not that white color it was when we applied it. That's a good indication of when you know it dries. And it sounds kind of gross, but it turns a boogery greenish color, and that's how you know when it's dry. So now all we have to do is peel it off to see the results. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this off and we'll take a closer look. And it's to get a grip on the edge and kind of start to peel it down. That's going to give you the best surface area to pull on, because you don't want to try and get smaller areas because that's going to make it just rip off in a bunch more pieces. And our goal with this paint and peel is to get it off in as much of one piece as we possibly can. And that's also the reason that when you apply it, you want to make sure it's extra thick, or else there's going to be a time where it's just too thin and it's not going to pull off well. But as you can see here, because we applied it nice and thick, we're getting a good, nice peel back off of it. And I can already see the line here with the results. It's pretty impressive. And there'll be some pieces you might have to go back, like right up here I see a chunk that decided to hang around, and you can just individually get those. They come off just as good. I think I'm just gonna get rid of this chunk so that I have a fresh piece to work with. But here is the back side. This is the side of the paint and peel that was up against the brick. And you can see on the back of it, that's where all of the dirt and all of the soot and all of those deposits, the way it works is as it dries, it gets into the pores, it absorbs that stuff, it dries into the product, and when you look at the back of it, you can see, you might not even have thought your house was that dirty, but check it out, the results are pretty scary when you look up close. And also, don't worry if, even though when you were applying it, we tried with the tape to keep everything off of anything that we did not want to clean with the paint and peel. But as you can see here, we've got a couple spots that it did get on some of the surface we tried to avoid when we were applying it because it dripped. That's okay. We'll get it at that in just a minute, but with some warm soapy water, that comes off really easily as well. And I'll show you how to do that here in just a minute once we get all this removed. And it's pretty tough. I mean, I'm giving it a good yank here, and it's not ripping, it's not shredding. It's coming off in one nice even chunk, which is pretty nice. It makes cleanup super easy. Look at that. More gross stuff that was on the hearth. It's now stuck to our paint and peel. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, so this is a good spot here towards the edge of where I was ending my paint and peel. I got a little thin with my product, and this is why you want to make sure you're keeping it thick, because now I'm going to have to spend a little bit of extra time over here picking to get everything off. So when you're applying it, again, I know I've said it multiple times, but just make sure you're keeping it thick. You'll be glad you did, because you'll spend less time picking and more time peeling. So as you can tell, I've gotten all the paint and peel off the brick, and what I want to talk to you about now are the amazing results. Where I had that blue line of tape, which was dividing our fireplace into two halves, you can see the dramatic results, especially here, and look at the lines. You can see where there were black lines of just soot and ash and all kinds of nasty dirt on this. And if you see it, there's a straight line where that paint and peel was and where the paint and peel wasn't. And if you look even closer, where the results are really dramatic is in the mortar. It's not didn't look bad over here really. It looked like a gray normal mortar color, but once I peeled back that paint and peel, it's actually got a more natural sand color and it's a lot cleaner looking where that is. So the proof is in the pudding, people. The results with paint and peel fireplace cleaner are really recreatable and they're absolutely dramatic. You'll be loving this product even more when it's your fireplace seeing these dramatic results. So if you're looking for a product that's going to give you these dramatic results, bring your fireplace back to looking fab rather than drab, give paint and peel fireplace cleaner a try. You'll be glad you did, and I give it a thumbs up, and honestly, after using the product, it's not that much work at all. It's actually pretty fun. So head on over to Northline Express and pick up some paint and peel fireplace cleaner. It's another great product from Northline Express, home of the buy and try satisfaction guarantee. And don't forget, we're your one-stop shop for all the products necessary to bring your fireplace back to life.